Studio Disney has always captivated the audience with the extraordinary sophistication of their universes. In almost every cartoon of the company there are hidden references, Easter eggs and secret interweaving of the plot. Of course, for children, these details most often remain invisible. But, having reviewed your favorite cartoons in adulthood, you can be very surprised and even break your psyche. I will talk about these moments today. Get comfortable, we're getting started. 1. Tarzan is the crown prince of Arendelle. The director of the cartoons, Tarzan, and Frozen, Chris Buck admitted at a press conference that the family of Elsa and Anna keeps many more secrets than it seems at first glance. According to one of the official author's versions, the girls' parents did not die during a shipwreck, but escaped on the shore of an uninhabited island. There they built a treehouse and produced the third heir of Arendelle, a boy. But the family was attacked by a wild beast, and only the child managed to survive. It is a pity that Tarzan himself will never know that he has two sisters and a whole kingdom to boot. By the way, Tarzan's beloved Jane Porter may well be a princess too. She not only looks very much like Belle from Beauty and the Beast, but also brings to the island a service exactly copying Mrs. Potts' teapot and Chip's cup. But that's not all the intersections of the Disney animated universes. It turns out that the shipwreck took place when the King and Queen of Arendelle were sailing to a neighboring country for the wedding of their friends. Princess Rapunzel and Eugene from the cartoon, Tangled, and the remains of that same ship on the seabed are examined by Ariel in The Little Mermaid 2. Ursula from The Little Mermaid was copied from a drag queen. The sinister sea sorceress Ursula, who took away the voice from The Little Mermaid Ariel, is still a nightmare for children who grew up in the 90s. But few people know that the animators did not invent this image from their heads, but copied it from a real person. The prototype for the villainess was the actor, singer and drag queen Harris Glenn Milstead, better known under the pseudonym Divine. The artist went on stage and starred in the films of John Waters in the form of a brightly made-up magnificent lady with huge breasts and a light washcloth on her head. All these features are easily guessed in the resulting hero. By the way, Ursula is not the only Disney character to have an original copy in the flesh. Brothers and Mother Gavs from the cartoon, DuckTales, also have a prototype. They are written off from a real-life gang of American gangsters of the 30s. The Singing Vultures quartet from the Jungle Book refers to the appearance and image of the legendary band the Beatles. True, John Lennon himself refused to voice his unsightly cartoon version. And Bruce Willis served as a model for the creation of Li Shang from Mulan. 3. Ariel's mother died at the hands of Captain Hook. Pirate Hook is not only the main antagonist of Peter Pan, but also a real killer. The eternally young boy has always been friends with the mermaids of Neverland, one of which was suspiciously similar to Ariel. She differed from her friends with fiery red curls and an emerald green tail. In addition, the cartoon emphasized more than once that the mermaids were most afraid of Hook in the world. And now attention. In the second part of The Little Mermaid, Ariel learns that her mother Athena was killed by some cruel pirate. The conclusion suggests itself. 4. Fantasy promotes racism, and The Lion King harms wildlife. The number of lawsuits that Disney has had to endure is incalculable. It turns out that the cult project, Fantasy, perpetuated the racist stereotype. The first version of the cartoon featured a black curly-haired centaur who served his white relatives. Given the difficult history of oppression of African Americans, this detail deeply offended many social activists. After lengthy proceedings, all the scenes with the centaur were cut out. But the most unexpected accusations were made by biologists. They sued the writers and artists of The Lion King for portraying hyenas in a negative light. It turns out that because of this cartoon, the image of a hyena villain is so ingrained in the minds of people that it caused quite tangible harm to these rare animals. They began to be hunted more often, and charitable foundations ceased to pay due attention to them. 5. Initially, Elsa is a villainess. Today it is obvious to everyone that the main theme of the cartoon, Frozen, is family ties, as well as the importance of forgiveness and self-acceptance. But it turns out that the original writers saw this story quite differently. Elsa was supposed to become a cruel and embittered villainess for the whole world, like her fairy tale prototype, the Snow Queen. The song Let It Go was written by Kristen Anderson Lopez specifically for the princess to smash her hometown to pieces under it. The offended Elsa had to go down the hill with her snow servants and attack the people. But, having been born, the heroine refused to become evil. Kristen admits that the production team had to completely rewrite the entire story, based on the princess's new complex personality. That's all. If you liked it, push like button, subscribe and click on the bell. Have a good day.